Okay, welcome to session 8, and Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
birthday to me.
Oh, really? Nice.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And
Good way to be born.
one of the best birthday gifts I got was actually from Trace, and he actually went ahead and illustrated the party.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Very cool.
without further ado, I'll show you the one version of multiple versions that I liked the most.
Yeah,
zoom out.
that's right.
Yeah, zoom out to like 70.
The mage hand.
That's right. Nice.
Turnek still got no clothes on.
He doesn't need clothes.
I
That
couldn't
looks
do a
epic.
group picture without a naked Tarnak. That's where I started. Everything was around the naked Tarnak.
That's good. You did miss something though. There isn't a pile of coins under Orin.
This is fantastic, man. Great job.
Yeah, it looks great.
Amazing.
Pretty nifty, dude.
I know
I love the
it's,
color work.
it's tough to. I was telling Rob an email to draw some of those characters you have at a concept, and I just didn't want to offend anyone. I just tried to take your portraits that you had and just kind of interpret it a little bit, and I hope everyone's somewhat happy. It's really tough, you know.
Very
Yeah.
Oh
happy.
yeah,
really
I
good.
love it. This thing is great.
My guy actually does look like Bruce Lee, but Elvin.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a monk. Yeah.
And I love the little details in Belenor's satch or sash.
Yeah. I had to make my bud. He had to be a handsome half orc. I didn't want to make him because he's a bard. He's got charisma. I wanted to make him kind of, little Fabio orc channeling
Yeah.
bard kind of thing. So
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks remarkably human.
yeah,
He
well,
looks
he's
just
half,
like a
he's
human
half
but
orc.
with green skin.
Yeah, and his nose is very half orc.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Orin just sent me a new picture of himself.
Nice.
So it's up to you, Rob, if you want to use this face token or the one that you sent me. But everyone else, I changed your token to an up-close version of your face from here.
Yeah, I'll stay with the group version.
Okay.
It wouldn't offend me or either way. To be honest with you, this is just for fun.
Okay.
Can you upload this to
Well, Batari,
Once.
can you put in the link to all the other versions?
Roger
versions?
that. Roger.
He even created one that looks like a TSR module.
So check this out, guys. Click on the. Put it. You don't have permission to text it. Should I put it in Roll20 then? I guess.
Yeah, put it into the
Okay.
Roll20 chat. They can link right from it.
Roger that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So these are all the different versions.
Yeah, I played with the different colors and just you can see the Void Brella in the cover of the module and the other one of teleporting us.
Okay, well, I'm saving this.
Right? This is
Just
epic.
I know which one to give him, so I just gave him the library.
I absolutely love the fourth one. The
I
fourth
like
one looks
all of them.
incredible.
I like all of them. I mean, they're all awesome. And I think that if Trace is willing, we can definitely use these to promote it and bring more attention to it. I mean, it makes each character really seem like a hero, is why I love it.
Yeah, they're very individual.
I just did it for fun. You can do whatever you want with it for sure.
I mean, this looks professional level, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole module cover on the front. That looks awesome.
So yeah, that was awesome. Thanks, Trace. Trace, thank
Yeah,
you.
happy birthday, man.
All right, so let me pull up the.
You know, it's bad luck to do group portraits. That means we'll get a TPK tonight. You know that, right?
The other surprise? Everyone dies.
That's funny. I never thought about that. Yeah. Okay. So. So the craggy beaches of enormous smooth stones stretch across the horizon. The air is heavy and damp, and a breeze chills you. Wherein is nowhere to be seen in the tossing, rocky, dangerous tides. Some of you fear him lost, but dare not speak it for fear of giving truth to the thought. Moisa Gray seems particularly concerned, never taking her eyes off of the waves, as the half-devils divvy up the hanging dead man's gems and potions. The wind seems to howl eerie laughter. The sky is cast in a brilliant red sunset for some time, and then settles into darkness, giving dim light from the two planes that hang in the sky. Could everyone give me an intelligence check to try to identify the two moons in the sky?
Just intelligence.
Like a history, basic intelligence, or
History wouldn't help, so it's basic intelligence unless there's something else.
okay.
You can find that at the bottom of the skills.
Tarnak aced it.
Oh, is it unskilled? Like I got. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
is it a save or is it unskilled?
Unskilled
It should
check.
be.
Oh wait, yeah. Is it?
It should be a save. It should be a save because if you have proficiency in it, in that case, it will be there, right?
Yes.
Unskilled ant. So that's not right then.
Okay.
No,
Let
you
me
wanna-
roll with the save then instead of the unskilled version.
So Tarnak got a 21, so I think we're good.
Guess this with proficiency would probably be lower than what I rolled last time. Yeah.
Okay.
No
So-
skill.
Tarnak, you know that the smaller, darker moon is a moon of Jixia that holds a doorway to the plane of Limbo. And Merritt knows that the other moon, the larger one, the blue one, holds a doorway to the astral plane.
Right on. Hey guys,
Okay.
that black moon that takes you guys to Limbo, we don't want to go there.
To the astral plane.
Which one of you took the map from Quasar's chambers? Was that Darvin?
Let's hope not.
I would think it would be either Darvin or Orin, though.
No, it wasn't me. I was never up there.
I guess it was Darvin then.
I believe it was. Well, he is especially grateful that Vitari was able to use his arcane savvy with the Voidbrella to control you magically to the shore and not the depths of the sea. And for that, the map and your torches, for that matter, are dry. Thank the gods.
Alright guys, where do we go from here?
First, where are we? As we
This
consult
doesn't look
the
like
map.
home.
Can we
Oh, yes,
identify any landmarks?
During our long rest, I wanted to identify the cloth of the blood crows that I took off Erg Strongmar.
Identify what its magical properties are.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull that up.
Considering how I only need 4 hours of sleep compared to everyone else.
Can you remind me what is the name of our friendly fire genasi? Is that Tula Kaju?
Tulakaju, yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to maybe ask Tula or Poisa if they're familiar. You know, I'm assuming they live on this planet. Maybe they have some idea where we're at.
Oh, they're prisoners like us, aren't they?
Yeah, they were kidnapped.
Correct. They were prisoners like you, both from Kier.
Oh,
But I do have some information for you. But first, let me say, for Belenor's Blood Crow's cloth, let's have you roll on the minor property table of page 143 of the DMG.
143. Okay, so 1 to 20. Roll d20. 17. What does that give me? Waterborne. This item floats on water and other liquids. Its bearer has advantage on strength, athletics, checks on swimming.
User entered your channel.
Hey, Darvin.
Hello?
Welcome, buddy.
Sorry about that. DM Rob, did you get my email earlier?
Yeah, I did. No worries. Glad you're here now. Belenor was just identifying the properties of his Blood Crow's cloth. Now, Belenor, you can choose either the Blood Crow's cloth or the Drowning Devil's cloth that you have.
I'm sticking with the Drowning Devils.
Okay.
Does the Blood Crow's cloth have any negatives? There's usually a repercussion, right?
This one does not, unless Yemraz.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. So you can choose one or the other, and you choose the Drowning Devil's one to stay with.
Yep.
Okay. Tulakaju. Well, before I move forward, let's let Darvin enjoy the surprise that we had. Darvin, you ready?
What was that?
You ready to see something pretty cool?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Zoom out on that.
He has baby aggro.
You there, Darvin?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it. I see a picture of the party.
Yeah. Trace drew that.
Oh, nice. I like the pitchfork.
Those are also our updated character tokens.
They will be, yeah. I already did them, but next time that you need them, you'll have them. Okay. So, you were asking if Tulakaju and Poisa have information for you. Well, Tulakaju says that the Voidbrella seems to be broken, as I said before. And you're all still kind of just waiting for Waren, but it's not looking very hopeful. He says, the Voidbrella will require these 3 pieces to become functional again. He says, here's one, and he points to a part underneath the umbrella portion of it, and there's a prismatic leaf that is constantly shimmering different colors. And he says, I know that this one needs to be replaced with a new one from the Lightning Forest.
Okay.
Then he says, here are the 2 other pieces. He shows you a fang that is built into the bottom. It's a fang that's pointing out of the bottom of the part that you hold. And he says, I don't know what type of fang this is, but you can see how it's charred and kind of burnt out. We need to replace it with another one to refuel it. And he says, perhaps one of you can identify this fang?
Let me take a look at it.
Go ahead and roll either an intelligence check or a nature check.
Can I assist him?
If you're proficient, if you're both proficient,
Jack of all trades?
That doesn't give you proficiency though.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Never
not
mind.
proficient.
Jack of all trade lets you be half proficient in skills.
I'm pretty sure Darvin's proficient in nature, isn't he?
I am.
is anyone else proficient in
I
nature?
am not, so I just look at it and then I just have no clue what this is and I hand it to Darvin.
I play around in the mud, that's all I know about nature.
Darvin, do you want to roll a nature check? Darvin doesn't know what type of fang it is, but he knows
I
it's
see
not.
a fang, and it looks very sharp, but it's not of any creature that I can recall.
Exactly. And it's, you know it's not an animal fang.
Must be some type of being native to this world.
Tarnak, open your mouth for a second.
That's
and then
exactly what I
I
was
compare
about to
fangs
say.
with his mouth.
That's funny.
I'm just giving him a weird look.
The fang on
I comply though.
the Voidbrella is much larger than any of Tarnak's fangs.
Or they have a similar shape though.
Fang shape?
But I mean, like, is there like any like notable thing, like, you know, like I mean, certain
Mhm.
fangs are different.
Well, this one's charred, as if it's been burnt out. But there are traces of black veins through the fang.
Eerie.
And then, last but not least, Tulakaju says, and then there's this, which we have to replace, the third thing. And he points to a little internal vial in the middle section of the part that you hold. Kind of like what you would imagine a thermometer would be like with the mercury inside. But it's not a thermometer, and there is a different sort of liquid on the inside.
And what is that in there?
He doesn't know, but he says, perhaps one of you do.
The oceans of this world look mercury-like? Does it look like the ocean water that's
we're
surrounding
in
prison?
No, isn't Jixia water-based? It's only Kier that's Swarinthium, right?
Yeah, that's Kier. Jixia has water.
That's correct.
That's why Ware and Wush can go through the water.
Correct.
What
Go
would
ahead
we need
and
to do to check it
roll,
out?
roll either medicine or intelligence.
Okay, I'll roll medicine. Let's 24.
I'll take an intelligence check.
Wow. Okay. Eleanor identifies it pretty successfully. Tarnak can roll to see if he also knows, but Bellinor sees it and identifies it as the secretion of brain liquid. Brain liquid.
Yeah,
And-
it's like brain liquid or something.
And he also, in a moment of eureka, I mean, he rolled a 24. He connects it to the grotesque brain liquid of that intellect devourer. But he knows it's slightly different, so probably the brain liquid of a similar but stronger creature.
This is the brain liquid of something similar to that Devolverer-like thing that we saw before, but probably stronger.
Okay, so that's the information that Tulakaju has. So he's got the expertise related to the Voidbrella and putting it back together. Okay, then Poisa Gray puts in her 2 cents after she kind of wipes a tear from her eye and puts Warren behind her. She says, "Well, we can wait here forever or get on with getting home." She pulls Darvin close to her and says, "Do you have the map?
I do.
Can you unroll the map for me?"
Of course. Let me do that here on the ground.
Okay. I'm going to move you to the Jixie map that you have so you can all kind of look around it and make your plans.
The map of Arium is one you're referring to, right?
Yes, sir. So you're gonna have to zoom out probably. And then you'll see where we are.
It's in the top right corner, guys.
Yep.
We can pretty much go wherever we want to head.
No, first off, where are we?
So let me move the golden star to where you are.
Okay.
You see it?
Up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Land of the Talking Cacti. Interesting.
that's what I'm interested
They
in.
have over 999 needles, but less than 1,001 needles.
What?
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, is that your nature check?
Final Fantasy joke. 1,000 needles.
Oh, it was over my head.
That failed.
It's been a long time since I played.
Well, I'd much rather be mocked by grass than fight a bunch of drow. What about y'all?
As long as I don't fail any saves in the Lightning Forest. Or any of us, for that matter.
I want to taste some lightning bark. It sounds good.
So, Poisa says, as she's pointing on the map, and you're all kind of looking at this map over Darvin's shoulder, she points on the map to the Lightning Forest, and she says, "I had information from the prison. I heard there's a secret resistance of Chiron soldiers stationed somewhere in the Lightning Forest, hidden, a camp where they're collecting information on the movements of the Jixian army." She then points to Witchcrag Meadows. She says, "We can't expect to move about this world undisguised. One look at us, and any drow or Yuan-Ti will know us as Chirons." She says, "I heard of a man named Stylianos the Disguiser. He could cast semi-permanent drow illusions on us. He's in Witchcrag Meadows."
Sounds like a good plan to me, guys. As much as I hate being one of those disgusting half-elf things, those dark elves, we do need that disguise.
She says, "It wouldn't actually, if I'm to be correct in my information that I've gained, it wouldn't actually turn you into a drow. It would simply cast an illusion. It would stand above your head, Tarnak," and she pats you on the head. "Your drow face would appear here," and she holds her hand above your head. "If I was to reach through it, it would be something that I could not touch. But until
it's an
someone
illusion.
touches you, it would appear as though you were a drow."
Man, I wonder what that would make me look like then.
She laughs and says, "Oh, Orin,
We'll need to fashion some height augmenters for the two of us.
The illusion can make you appear taller.
But if someone wants to punch us in the face, then we're going to be in trouble.
So
Well,
once
hopefully
the
we won't
punches
give
in the
them that
face,
option.
we're already in trouble.
That's a good point.
Speaking of which, Drow generally speak Jixian, don't they?
If only one of us spoke their language. Oh wait,
You know what? Actually, both Chirons and Jixians speak Common, but Drow also speak Jixian.
Oh, okay.
And
But I don't know that.
So, as long as you do, because you've heard a Drow speak Common
Okay.
once. You
Could
heard that
be
Drow
just
speaking
that.
Common. It could be.
Does Darvin gain any knowledge for favorite enemy on any of these guys?
oh I do. I'm very good at tracking the Drow.
But
You are.
I thought you could also gain a language.
I do. I have their language.
Yes.
There we go.
He is the
That
He
was
is the-
my backhanded way of saying I speak their language earlier.
the Ranger Darvin also is pretty capable of tracking and moving across the wilderness, whether that be this beach or any overland travel. He's kind of trained in that sort of thing. So it's up to you guys. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me, guys.
Should go to the Withering Meadows first. Do need
Yeah.
the disguise. And it's
There's-
closer.
There's not much we can do here on this plane at all. We need to get back home.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how are we going to do that? By way of the forest? Might as well stop at the meadows on the way.
Yep.
And I'd be happy to have some trees around me, even if they're lightning trees.
After that, maybe some of the Chiron resistance can identify the Fang. They might even know where we can find some brain fluid. It's the best shot we've got.
All right.
Off we go then.
On the Yellow Brick Road.
Yep.
Okay.
Off to Witchcrack Meadows.
So, it's 2 days travel to Witchcrag Meadows, which means you'll have to camp somewhere. The entire part of this coast is just rocky, craggy, smooth stones. You're not moving at a very quick pace. If it was easier to travel through, perhaps you could have made it there in a day and a half hustling. But because of this, you're resigned to a 2-day travel with a rest in between.
I'm fine with 2 long rests in between.
How's our supplies looking? And if scarce, can our ranger forage for us?
Oh, not only can he, but I can do so very well.
Right. On top of that, though, we do still have our rations. We'll need water.
We have a lot of rations.
I
Yeah.
can find us water.
Speaking of water, can we tell that the water over here that we just came out of is fresh water, or is that salt water?
Salt
You could
water.
probably taste it and find out.
Alright, yeah, so we'll rely on Darvin.
Then let me lead the way. I will make sure that you guys are fed. Just stick by me, and remember that I'm in charge of the group.
We probably
I
won't be able to
swear
find
to God
much
that-
in this rocky terrain.
Not to meta this, but do we want to be moving at a regular pace to make good time, or are we going to try to move discreetly?
No, that's actually not meta. That's an important part of determining
It
marching order. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Not march order, but also pace. Do we want to be at a, have a stealth component to this, or do we want to just move quickly?
well, the
If
faster
we're
we
on the
get away
main
from
road,
here,
full pace. There's no need to go stealthy along a main road. We'll run into someone or see him plenty of time in advance.
There's no road here.
right? But no, we should get away from this area as soon as possible.
I say we make a quick pace, but not to the point where we are exhausted by the end of the day, but just quick enough
Yeah,
so
that's
that
just a regular
they
pace.
just don't know where we are exactly. Because Koizar the Martyr did know that we escaped.
That's what I'm saying. They'll be looking for us, so we need to put as much distance between here and where we are as soon as possible.
What was the temperature overnight like?
What's the temperature like?
Yeah, like now, and how was it overnight?
When you arrived here, you did a long rest.
Yes.
He's just saying whether it's like a hot world, or does it get cold at night, or is it
Right.
always cold?
No, I understand, but I was thinking that it was currently nighttime.
Oh, okay.
So
So what's it like now? And I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, should I recommend that we travel at night or during the day?
it's very
Actually-
windy.
Probably
Because-
we're by the coast.
You're by the coast, and it's flat, pretty much. Besides the rocks, it's very flat, and there's not much vegetation whatsoever. It's very barren. So, it is cold, certainly. But with a fire and a blanket, you're not going to freeze to death.
Right.
Alright,
I
guys.
can move ahead in a stealthy way at a normal pace. You guys would be not stealthy, but I could.
I say Darvin
Darvin's
guide
good
us through
point.
this place.
Yeah.
So Darvin's going to guide you towards which crag?
I'm
I'll
to
take
me.
second. I'll take second fiddle.
No, I'll stay point at Tarnak, I suppose. The monks should be the front of the group.
I'll hang out
Okay.
with Tula and Poisa.
Let me,
As we travel the Imrab,
Yeah.
I'll make sure Vitari is also going to try to shoulder with Poisa and the other companion to see if I'm trying to ascertain whether there's anything we can do to prepare, because we're being hunted by a powerful drow wizard and a mind flayer. And just anything we can do to defend ourselves against that type of enemy, to protect ourselves from detection, perhaps. Can they scry? Can they, telepathically hunt us? I'm going to ask our pains anything we can do to prepare ourselves, essentially.
you're asking Poisa this
Yeah,
as you
and-
travel.
Yeah, just to conversate anything I can learn about our enemy, how we can avoid his or her gaze.
She says, I am not trained in scrying. So, to know whether he can scry us is beyond me. But I wouldn't put it out of the question.
Thank you.
For now, I can help us cover our tracks with my monk magic. That'll give us about an hour, so I suggest that we double time it as quick as possible.
I'm going to let you guys arrange yourselves here with the new tokens here. Go ahead and you should be able to control them. Let me know if you can't.
Weed.
Did you set up my hand as a token?
Yes, but maybe you can't control it. Hold on. There you go. Are you guys seeing the lighting working well?
Yep.
Yep.
Should we arrange ourselves left to right or top to bottom?
It should all be dim light for you.
I see darkness where there is no lantern.
My lantern seems to be the only thing giving off light.
No,
I
I
know
can
why.
see light.
That's
I
because
think
you have
we
dark
can each
vision.
see our
That's
darkness.
probably why.
I just, like, if we're gonna set our marching order, we need to know what is front and what is the back.
Let me just say that you're moving that direction.
I should have dark vision.
Which
also,
direction?
GM
Left
Rob.
and right.
Merit.
I say Darvin, Nor, and Tarnak right here at his left and right back. And then everyone else just keep that structure going. 1-2, 1-2.
Who wants control of... Or I'll ask this way. Trace, do you want to control Tulakaju or Poisa?
I guess Tulakaju.
Okay.
Tulakaju. Tulakaju.
Yeah. And, who wants Poisa?
I'll take poison, I guess.
Is she supposed to be on 2 different squares?
I was about to say that, yeah.
Her token came in funny, so just...
So
work
that it
fine.
comes out looking right. So yeah, like I was asking, like I said, all I see is nothing but darkness on the outside.
Okay. Let's just say... let me do this. I'll do this. How's that?
There we go.
Much better.
Okay. So, you're traveling over rocky terrain for a day. You can hear howls and growls in the distance. The wind is whipping by rapidly. And then you come to the end of your first day of travel, and you see a section of rocky crags that rise up and seem as if they would be a relatively secluded hiding place to camp. I'll drag these in. And you see a statue there in the middle of the open space with the rocks surrounded by it. Merritt's right up on it. And it's the stone structure. Looks like a griffin.
Seems like it serves as some sort of warning to us. I don't really relish the idea of becoming griffin food.
So at this point, it's daytime?
At this point,
Because we started it when it was night, you said.
correct. So let me make it bright light. Did that work?
Yeah.
So this is just your halfway signpost. You can choose to rest here or move on. If you move on, you may, I believe, suffer an exhaustion by pushing yourself.
Only if we fail a saving throw.
Right.
I don't think we feel anything immediately.
No,
I'm
I
checking
don't.
it right
I'd say
now.
we don't need to push ourselves yet. I say
No.
let's take the rest.
I
and
agree.
I don't mind resting.
We should be there tomorrow. Oh, there's no need to push.
We can just rest for 10 hours as opposed to 8, and then everyone just keep a 2-hour guard. Yeah.
You don't
Sounds
have
good.
to do that. I only need 4 hours of sleep. And even then, it's not sleep, it's just deep meditation. I
Okay.
can be on watch.
And during a long rest, you don't have to sleep. You can just be, like, on guard,
Meditating.
looking around for at least for I think an hour.
You can take my watch then. Merritt's super sleepy. These ballads aren't going to write themselves, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Tarnak needs
Who
to
has
really rest. Who has it? What?
I thought someone had bells and string.
I have bells.
You want to help me set those up around camp?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. We can take like an hour to set up a few traps and stuff, can't we? Or does it not even
Certainly.
take that long?
Yeah, I still have my bear trap. I'm all about putting that on the ground, along the pathway to our campground.
How lifelike is this griffin statue?
One of its wings is missing. Broken off or something.
Is it visibly stone though?
It is stone.
I'm going to go ahead and tie a bell around its neck in case that thing's a gargoyle and try to sleep me.
I was thinking.
And I'm also going to start writing my poem, The Gargoyle Griffin.
Okay. I take watch on the griffin itself, meditating.
Sweet.
If it turns to life, I am so screwed.
So the rocks, the outcroppings, are they especially tall or anything?
They're
Like-
10 feet above ground.
Can I attempt to climb them to see if I can see a little further out?
Sure.
Is there anything you want me to roll, or
No. You can see which one do you move it onto?
the one at the north?
Oops. Let me put that in the back. Okay. You see from this vantage point that there is a steep decline just to your east that goes down a valley, and a valley of rock, and seems to be a dangerous decline, but it kind of rolls across the plains like that, as if there's a fissure. In the distance, you can see a copse of foliage and spindly, leafless trees.
Am I able to estimate about how far away the trees are?
Yeah, I'd say they're 200 feet.
So I don't know what you guys think. I call down from my perch up high, but there's some trees up ahead. There's no leaves on them, but they might be a good place to take cover. Probably less exposed than where we are right now.
Trees without leaves doesn't sound safe to me. That sounds...
If we have the high ground here, I think we should stay here.
No leaves on trees sounds like something alien to me.
The wind is whipping by very quickly, and you all feel the need to take shelter or move on.
I go into hiding.
You could set up your bedrolls, start a campfire, or not. You could make some food.
Was
Plan.
able to find any food worth scavenging on the way?
You found some mussels, some sea mussels, that were affixed to the pools of water in the rocks. And they're fresh. You pry them open with your knife and slurp them up.
Excellent. I have enough for 6 people.
Sorry, Tula.
That's.
Poisa.
Do they even eat?
Yeah, they eat.
They
It's
can
not
go
like a
ahead and-
fire genasi thing where you eat flames or something, right?
That's a good question. I don't know what the official lore on that is, but I would assume they eat.
I'm taking a nap on the Griffin.
they can
have
go
to
ahead and
move
have...
space for me because I'm meditating there.
Yeah, I'll pass on the mussels as well and eat one of my rations.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do as well.
I'll eat them. I'll save my
I'll eat them
rations.
also.
Alright, me and Merritt are gonna just enjoy these mussels together, and and I want to start telling Merritt, thank you for joining me. Enjoy some mussels, and let me regale you with tales of my exploits before I joined up with you.
I wait to eat and make sure they're not poisoned and make sure he's okay about 10 minutes after he eats.
That's fine. I continue to tell him the stories for the 10 minutes before he starts eating.
Jeez, Merritt, I take you to Red Lobster once, and you keep bringing it up every time we eat seafood.
Question: who has something pertaining to Jixia that they're waiting to accomplish?
I do.
Pertaining to what?
Jixia.
Tornite does.
Sure
I
does.
think I do. I have some stuff I wouldn't mind doing on this planet.
I know that Batari does, specifically. He came here for that reason. Perhaps you all share these goals and vengeances with each other as you camp.
I'm sharing with Merritt because he's friendly enough not be angry after I pushed him in a zombie pool and he's eating my muscles.
So we're just sharing some tales around the fire.
Mhm. Are you starting a campfire or no?
I'm not a huge fan of raw mussels, so and it feels cold. So
Well-
I'm gonna, find a rocky outcropping, safe from the wind, and I'm gonna make up a campfire.
Stay beside Tulakacho, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Look at this. Tulakaju comes over and goes like this.
Snap. That's a nice effect.
That is awesome. I thought you were gonna say Darvin was gonna put muscles onto Lakaju and then eat him off his wrist.
That would be an interesting idea.
Okay, and then he puts a pile of twigs together and lights them for the campfire.
That is awesome.
Should we put the campfires so far out, or should we put them a bit more closer to the griffin?
Wherever you want. Here?
I think that's good.
That's good.
Okay.
I go
And,
over to Lakaju and ask him if he
Merritt and
wants
I
to join
put
us.
up the bill with string around the campfire, and wherever the natural trail up to our campground is, or if there's more than one trail, I choose one of them. I set up the bear trap.
And I'm sleeping on top of the griffin, so I'll tell you guys if it comes to life because I'll just start screaming as I fall over.
I asked Lakaju whether he wants to join us permanently.
After everything is set up, I do want to inspect the griffin and see if if there's anything of note on it.
Tulakaju says he too wants to return home, Tarnak. And Darvin, choose the place and ping it so that I can put your bear trap there.
There's a lot of terrain that's not marked. I don't know if there's any is it any single trail up here, or is it just all fairly open to our area?
So everything here, besides the statue, the two rising stones, is kind of pebbly, flat, beachy, but like pebbles, right? And then 100 feet to the east is that fissure decline that's steep, probably goes down about 50 feet in the course of 25 feet.
Alright. Then I'm
Okay.
gonna just put it right here next to me. At least I got one of my sides covered.
Okay.
Or is there room up there for a wizard in the tree?
Up on the rock here?
Yeah.
There's plenty of room up here, bud.
I think I'm going to get my bedroll and get a high vantage point with Orin, and we'll discuss the intricacies of magic.
I like the way that sounds.
Merritt, come join and make camp with me.
Why are there ninja stuff?
I'm
That's the
already
bear
asleep
trap.
on the griffin.
Oh, okay.
There's flying shuriken going towards Darvin. We gotta be careful.
I was worried about that.
Okay, I'll try something. I couldn't find that bear trap that I had
shurikens are
last
fine.
time. How about that?
Perfect.
I'll lower a rope so that Batari can easily climb up here.
Great.
Alright, well, you two are snuggling.
Can I be the big spoon?
I think you qualify, so sure.
Oh, halflings are so funny.
I think compared to Orin, he's not the big spoon, he's the ladle.
That's hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna put. Let's see. Is there? Okay, this is good. So, despite being, it's like early morning, dawn, because you began setting out at night. You traveled for 8 hours over land, very monotonous. Came to this point, set up camp, found the griffin statue with the missing wing. Darvin sets a bear trap. They make a fire, eat some oysters, and lay out bedrolls, and they get a vantage point from Orin of the surrounding area. You're a day from Witch Crag Meadows, and the sky, though daytime, is overcast, and the wind is blowing so quickly that it's still very dreary. Okay. And you hear, in the midst of camping, a stampeding growl, and I'll have you all roll initiative now.
Was this during our rest or while we're setting up?
During the rest.
Way to break our long rest.
Also,
We
don't
don't
forget to
notice
click your
the-
token before you hit initiative.
We don't notice anything coming while we were looking out.
Well, this is just whoever has. I think it was the highest passive perception was 17,
Ah, okay.
and then maybe a 15. Those
Yeah,
two of
something
you
like that.
hear it, but it's not upon you. It's not upon you yet, but you hear it. So you're getting a forewarning here of the sound
Ah, okay, I see.
coming towards your camp, right? So I'm just gonna roll initiative so that you can react in a timely manner.
We're getting some great initiative rolls.
And there we go.
Oh,
I think,
shit. I didn't clear it first, so hold on. I can see from the difference of the tokens, though. That's cool. The tokens look much cooler.
They do. I think.
Try to roll initiative, Rob, for the NPC I'm controlling.
You're gonna have to right-click the token and hit Add Turn, and then you're gonna have to take a look at their Dex bonus in their stats, and then.
I don't think I can add turn. I think you have to add the turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to add them in.
You have
Dex is
Tula
plus
Kadra.
2.
Okay, I'll add the turn, and then
Wow. Poison Gray is 3.
I actually updated the tokens a little bit. So I always put it in the GM notes. Let me just fix this real quick.
I think initiative is Tarnak's winning stat.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so Vitari, you should now be able to see Tula Kaju's stats in the character section. So can you just roll a straight d20 because he's got a +0 dex for his initiative, and I'll
Okay.
add his turn.
Rob,
Mhm.
we didn't get a chance to. Well, I didn't get a chance to say this since you threw the encounter on us all of a sudden. But considering the fact that you don't necessarily need to sleep during a long rest, I want to slink away. About an hour after we started, just slink away without anybody noticing. I cast that pass without trace on myself, and I just disappeared for an hour.
Right.
I just went off and did something by myself.
Oh, so you're not here during the fight.
Well, I'll leave that up to Rob. Does it happen an hour after we started?
I'll say that because you actually had messaged me about that before, that it happens before the sound comes, so you're able to return before that.
Okay. And yeah, I'm down to 1 key point because I cast that spell.
So you have 2 then, right?
I have 1.
Okay. Darvin, everyone just long rested though, so isn't everyone long rested
don't-
before,
Right,
They even-
but we're not getting another long rest of it now.
right?
So
But
we still only have 1 hit, for example.
I see. Only
Wait,
1
what?
hit die.
I thought
Wouldn't
that
we-
this was already at the stopping point that it naturally was at after the 20 hours or the 16 hours of traveling that we would have done.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking we were going to go for like 16 hours of walking or
Yeah,
traveling,
I thought it was just gonna be 16 hours of traveling and then the long rest for 8
Yes.
hours.
rest.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But what Darvin is saying is that if something stirs your rest in the midst of it,
Right.
you
We
won't
gain
get the
no
benefit of a long
Yeah.
rest.
We have to resume the long rest after everything's done.
Right.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if we're battling for 4 hours, we still have to resume long rest afterward.
Yes.
And if I'm correct, the only thing that you would gain at this point from another long rest is more hit dice.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Everything else,
And-
your HP goes back to full, your spell slots go back to full, and your key points went back to full.
Yes.
Various character cards and all that, yeah.
So Tarnak, you're slipping away. You used 2 key points.
Yes.
And what was that ability?
Pass without trace. I gain a +10 bonus to dexterity, and all creatures that I choose within the range of the spell. And on top of that, I leave no tracks and can only be traced through magical means.
Awesome.
So my ranger did not notice you leaving. You sneaky little.
You have to have like a 20 and plus on your perception.
Yeah, no, that's not. I don't have that high passive perception.
Yeah, so you sneaked away. Okay, so Vitari rolled a 7, and Belenor, you rolled a 3 for Poise's initiative.
Poisa won't be doing anything this fight. At least, that's my guess.
Okay. Let's take a short 10-minute break. This will be our break here. And then we will commence with the results of the sound approaching you at your campsite.
Do you want to get the turn order sorted out?
Yeah, let me do that. There we go.
Alright. See you guys in, what was it, 15?
10. We'll be back. Well,
10.
let's come back at 40.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
Sounds good.
Okay. See ya.
See you all in a bit.